Turbo back on and explain. He didn't. Richard didn't really. I don't think Richard understood because then Roberto came on and he left again.
Yep. Hey guys.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
back
the
again.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. I'll just say, mate. I'll just say before. Are you going online?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm on.
We'll talk
I'm
later.
Yeah, I'm on now. How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, good, mate. I'll talk to you later. We're online, so we won't.
Okay, how you guys doing today? We had a pretty busy day today. Pretty busy indeed. I had 2 shows earlier today. We had Peter on, and he was pretty friendly at the time and saying this and saying that. And then we had other people come on and Peter left. He was angry again that I let him come on, and then he got ran off 3 times. So he's going to be angry at me for a while.
Well,
hey, Nick. We got Gunn, we got Nick, we got Kiwi, Mike, and we have Richard in the house. How you all doing?
Guess what, Gunn? I'm on the mic again, so look out, mate.
So, Mike, are you in the Philippines now?
No, not yet, mate. Very soon, very soon.
Because everybody thought you were. That's why to explain.
No,
yeah,
no, Rich. I just, it's like everything. You got a heap of things to do before you leave.
Oh,
You got to make sure.
I always do.
Don't
too.
forget, I've got bills to pay here too. I'm not retired fully yet, and the house mortgage and all. The usual bullshit that you're still going to take care of while you're away. I've just been taking care of business as such. Just paying the bills, making sure everything's, because I'm going to be away for a wee while. So. Yeah. And I've got to make sure all the banking. I've got to make sure Kevin's Patreon's fucking taken care of while I'm away, or taking all that bullshit.
I don't want to break it. I appreciate it.
that $3 could. How much is that in pesos? I've forgotten. That's like about what?
150.
150 pesos, mate. That's a fucking. That's a lot.
Money.
That's some good eating right there.
That's someone's. Oh no, not quite someone's wage. Now the average wage is about what, 200 or 300 pesos a day now, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Labor wage. I mean.
How's the weather been doing, you guys?
You want me to go first or what? Our weather's quite good. It's what are we now? Spring. So yeah. Daylight savings this week, so we'll be on an hour later or whatever, an hour earlier. I can't remember how it works. But
okay.
Those fucking storms are pretty bad in the US, eh?
Oh.
You guys are copping real bad
stuff.
Another
one coming up.
Yeah, Maria or something.
Yeah, that's down near Puerto Rico, down in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's hammering the hell out of Puerto Rico. Yeah.
And they just had that first one.
And there's a tropical storm off the coast of Long Island right now. It's not a very bad one, but just outside Boston, New York. It's missing Long Island.
So who got all their updates for the big Apple launch? Who's an Apple fan out there?
I cannot.
Oh, I watched it. Yeah.
No. I mean, the updates. I just fucking finished updating. I'm a bit of an Apple victim. I've got the Apple TV. I've got the Apple Watch. I've got.
Oh wow.
The big money.
Yeah, I've got 3 Apple phones, a couple of iPads. So yeah, you could say I'm a bit of a junkie, but I might not be.
I have an iPhone, a friggin' iPad, an iMac.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's the only thing I haven't got is an iMac, and the only reason is because I just use I've still got my old PCs basically. I got 2 laptops and a desktop that a tower or whatever you call it, a server. I haven't got it all rigged up with all the so it's all networked and everything. The good thing about it is I can do VPN when I'm away. You know what I mean? I can bloody because when you get to the Philippines, a lot of fucking stuff that you're used to getting over getting in your country, you can't get in the Philippines. It's like gambling's illegal and it's blocked, and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, an example would be I like the horses, you know.
Yeah, my papa did too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have an app. No, not eat. Bet on them. I might as well eat them. I might as well.
Yeah, I actually lived near a very famous horse racetrack in New York, Saratoga.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of that? Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I like gambling, obviously. So yeah, I use my phone and my computers and that, to place bets. Well, when I'm in the Philippines, obviously I can't unless I use a VPN. I can't do my betting. Yeah, conventional. You know what I mean? Like I can log on the internet in the Philippines. I just can't get to my sites.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah. No, well, there's certain things are blocked in the Philippines. I don't know if you realise it. Like
I really
obviously
didn't.
Porn.
Really?
Yeah. They a lot of things are blocked. Like you can't. Like here, example, TV. Like I don't know about the States, but here in New Zealand, we can watch TV on our telephones. You know what I mean? And it's blocked when you're overseas, unless you use a VPN. Then you can watch your local channels.
I wasn't there really long enough to experience the internet. I was staying in my hotel. One night I wasn't feeling too well, so I stayed back and I fell asleep with the TV on. And most of it was in Tagalog or whatever. And I woke, my wife came back and she said, "What is God's name is this?" There was some like preacher on and he was from like Dubai or something. And he was claiming that he was Jesus Christ or something. I had to, I have no idea. I just turned on the news and fell asleep and woke up and she says, "Turn that shit off."
You can get English channels in the Philippines, but it's like anything. It's like cable TV or whatever you call it, satellite TV. You pay for it, but with the internet, you can get the internet obviously in the Philippines, but just some sites are blocked. But you can use what they call a virtual private network, which basically means it tricks your where, like, you might be in the Philippines, but it thinks you're back home. Basically, it gets your IP address and it somehow fools the site or the country that you're in into letting them allow you to see whatever it is you need to see. Well, it's not really dishonest. They call it a virtual private network. I'm not too up to par with it. Someone showed me how to do it, and I set it up, and I can do it remotely from home. Basically, I log into a site that allows me to log into my computer, which gives me control of. I see my computer at home, basically, and whatever I've got on my computer at home, I can But you don't look at that porn, though, right? No, I don't need porn sites when you're in the Philippines.
You can see it walking down the street.
Yeah, you can just go to Angels City or the fucking bars for that. It's live. I'm not one for porn. I'm not one for porn anyway, to be honest. I mean, call me old-fashioned.
Mike, you can't see the chat, right?
No. Well,
Gun Terms asking, is Netflix blocked in the Philippines?
No, it's not blocked. Netflix isn't blocked. But what happens is you can use your Netflix ID, but some of the programming that you might be used to watching in the States or wherever you are may differ from the Philippines.
Oh.
If you know what I mean.
Jimmy, how you doing?
Like, you like we got Netflix here, obviously, and I can watch Netflix in the Philippines, but some programming's different. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you use your ID to log into Netflix or what's the other one called? Lightbox. You can watch. Yeah. No, that shouldn't be an issue. But I'm talking about things. Mainly the things I'm talking about are probably the R18, like porn sites, for argument's sake, or gambling sites, like and TV stations. You might be watching. I don't know, something you can watch TV in your own country, but you can't to watch your own TV in another country. You have to go through your VPN or a VPN, if that makes sense.
Of course it does. When it comes from you, everything makes sense.
All right, smart ass.
I was just trying to help you. I'm not being smart.
You're building my ego up again. You're lovely.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Here to help.
You got an eagle?
Hey?
Hey, Kev,
You said you have an eagle?
I think your new medicine's working good because you were a little bit down and out your first day of it, but now you seem to have hit your stride.
Speaking about fucking medicine.
Barely if I had porn on.
Either that or you're getting some action. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, well, you don't know what Kevin, do you?
No.
I get late night. Okay, that's all. That's all I want to say.
He might have a lot of female groupies, Richard, watching the show and secretly sending them naughty cam videos or something.
Oh, I would have really appreciated.
Did you see Mike the day he did that live broadcast? He went like to another, I don't know, city with his cousin, and he stayed in the car and did a live broadcast, and he was saying under his breath, "Oh, she's a good-looking woman. Look at her." I could hear him saying that to himself.
No,
I was passing on, not for me.
So what else is everyone up to? What's Gun up to? Gun, when are you coming to the Philippines, mate?
Get some jerkin lotion for tonight.
Who's out in the room today? Who's out in the room?
A whole bunch of outside. We got Ray.
Gun Terms here, Jimmy Dury, Ray Hammond.
The usual cronies, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting morning chat you guys had there. Old fucking, what's his name? Bloody, I've forgotten. Peter Vanderbilt or whatever. And who else was there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he came on for a little while and saying the same old and stuff. And he's evidently doing okay.
Yeah, it sounds like he's waiting on a passport by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I just heard the video. It wasn't obviously around when you were discussing it. So, but yeah.
Well,
yeah, I always thought you guys. Yeah, I thought you guys, when your passport expires, right? And even with Sendai 7, I think when your because your passport's only good for 5 years. So if you've been in the Philippines longer, you have to reply to get a new one. But why are you waiting on your new passport to arrive?
Ours is good for 10, I believe.
Oh, is it 10? Okay, well, ours is actually only good for 5 years, I believe.
I just renewed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. If you're in another part of the world when your passport's due to expire, you go to your embassy and they usually validate it until such time as your new one arrives. So I noticed you were saying that your American passports are made in is it Houston, Texas, where they're having all the flooding?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, well, I thought I heard that someone said that that's why they were waiting. That. Yeah, okay. Well, he might have a point, if there's a problem like that. But they would the passport. Your old passport would still be validated till such time as your new passport arrives. That's what normally happens. I just So you're free to leave the country at any time, basically, as long as if you've overstayed. Well, we know the situation. It's pretty straightforward. You can't get arrested. You can't get arrested for overstaying. What happens is you get detained. Mm-hmm. If, for argument's sake, someone was walking along the street and he had overstayed 1 year, 5 days, or whatever, and he was picked up by the police and questioned, and it was found that he had overstayed his visa, he could be detained, not arrested or being put in jail. You're detained, and then what will happen is you'll go to a detention centre, which isn't a jail, it's a detention centre, and then from there you will be appropriated back to your country of origin. That may take up to 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever. But you're not, the actual arresting isn't right. Unless you've done something else, that is.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble in overseas.
No. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be a problem in another country, especially in a third world country. And yeah, because you don't have the same rights as you would back home. But you're detained, and then that's at the choice of whoever the authorities. An example would be Kevin. Yourself, you weren't detained. You eventually caught. They eventually caught up with you.
That kind of face.
Yeah. They caught up with you, and obviously now, but you can be blacklisted. But you can be blacklisted in the Philippines for just about anything. I heard of a case of a guy got blacklisted for saying something bad about the government. I can't remember. But don't quote me on that. But they've got funny laws over there in the Philippines, eh? Right. But yeah, my advice is if you overstay, It's not that big a deal. I mean, if you overstay over a week or 2 weeks, well then obviously, you're going to pay through the nose. But
yeah, I very seldom talk, Mike, about anything political when I'm in the Philippines. Either. Since I'm not a citizen there, I don't. Like Peter rants and raves about political issues, and
but you got to look at it from the point. Yeah, you got to look at it from the point of view, though, Richard. That what he says is. Who the hell's that? Have you got your TV on, Richard?
No, I have nothing on.
It was me, man.
It's Roberto.
Oh, you're on a stakeout, Roberto.
No, I'm at home.
Oh, okay, bud.
Oh, don't be so mean, Mike. I haven't seen you. I heard from you in a while.
Hey, don't act like you're sensitive, okay?
I'm just getting ready to get over there so I can get my drone working when you turn up at the airport. I want to video you. Nah, I'm just getting ready to go, mate. I've been paying the bills and everything, and I think people are sick of hearing my voice on Kevin's show, so I thought I'd have a rest.
Well, at least there's no dead air when you're here.
Fuck the good work.
Not long.
How long are you staying for?
Oh, I'll be there for about 6 months.
Well, that's good.
I'm on a long-term version of a holiday there, Roberto.
Oh yeah.
I've got some building to do, to be honest. Well, not me doing any building, but I've got to dig into my pocket.
That's what I want to do when I retire. Spend 6 months out of the year in the Philippines and 6 months here in the States.
Me too. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it in a few years. Yeah.
Well, we got elections this week, so I hope the pension's going to be increased or something nice for me when it comes.
Yeah.
I've still got 10 years to go, I think. What is that? 65.
Really? Yeah, you're not that old.
No, I'm not that old. I mean, I still work. I don't work very long hours, but I work still. But it's like anything.
You guys get Social Security over there? You guys get Social Security?
Yeah, yeah, we do. I'm not on Social Security though.
I know.
Yeah, no.
When you get 65, right? You can get it.
Oh yeah, we get pension. Yeah, it's 65. Depending on who you work for too. We have a thing. We have a thing now called Kiwi Saver, and that's like a compulsory savings. That means everyone
like
that's. Sorry.
Did they name something after you?
No. It's they call it Kiwi Saver because it's a New Zealand-based superannuation. What happens is this: everyone in New Zealand of working age gets a percentage of their wage each week. The minimum being 3%, and the maximum can be as whatever you want. You that comes out of your wage every week, like tax. 3% of your wages goes into your what they call your fund, and you're not allowed to touch it unless you're a first home buyer, or if you're if you're going to die or something. You don't touch it until you reach the age of 65. So you build up a little nest egg. So if you're in your 20s, and it works out to be, maybe some cases the minimum would be about $20 a week. And of course, if you're in your younger ages, and $20 a week isn't that much, but over the years that builds up, and by the time you're 65, obviously subject to what happens in the rest of the world, you'll have a nice little nest egg as well as your pension, and a lot of and we also have other things like, depending on a company that you might work for, they may have a private fund as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you know what I'm saying,
or something like that. Yeah.
But this is designed for your basic worker, that it's just your blue collar type worker or whatever, and everyone pays into it. And
it's just like Social Security, but they take it out of our pay. Yeah, I think in the U.S. you have to be 62 minimum age to collect your Social Security and your Social Security retirement, and 65 is the normal age. They want to raise the age, though. They say it's going bankrupt or something because they're using the money the Congress is for other things,
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that our KiwiSaver funds are protected but they're volatile too. Depending on the provider that the government, you get a choice of providers that you can. Most people would go with their banks, because they seem to be the safest bet, our major banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happens is it's like anything. It's like you're basically buying shares, and it goes up and down and whatever, And every year the government also puts in, depending on how much you put in, the government puts in I think about $1,500 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Per person, per fund. Like you might put, I think you've got to put a minimum of $1,000. It's not that great, I think you got to put a minimum of $1,500 or something a year into your KiwiSaver, which a lot of people do standing on their heads. But you know what I'm saying. And then what happens is every year the tax year, the government will chuck in another $500 or $600. So it's a worthwhile thing, especially if you're young,
Yeah.
If you're in it 10 or 20 years, and you reach my age, like this has only just been introduced, so I've probably been in it 10 years now. I've been in as long as it's been going anyway, because it's compulsory. But if you're a young person and you're in it for like 20 years or 30 years, you're looking at a nice big chunk. You're probably looking around 500,000 or more by the time and that's it. Don't forget that's at 3%, maybe $20 a week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What about?
But the choice is yours.
Do you guys have like 401k or something like that? I mean, I'm sure everybody in the world has some kind of investments in their.
What do you mean? What's it?
The 401k.
Well, that's what. Yeah, that's basically what our KiwiSaver is. I think that's what.
So that's your. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't have like a Social Security where the government, apart from 401k, contribute to your retirement.
Oh, yeah, we do. I'm not sure how much it is. I think in our case it's about, for a single person, I think it's like $300 or $400 a week that the government pays. You're talking about pension, eh? Retirement.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's about $300 or $400 a week. On top, but you can.
Yeah, we pay for our Social Security through our taxes. Well, they take money out of our payroll. They take part for
Hey, Victor.
For retirement. But I'm talking about, how you guys 401k can be anything. 401k is like an investment. It can be away from your job, or you can put it with your job. In other words, like I have 2 401k. I've had it for a while. That's away from my job, so I invest in it, kind of, behind the scene, where we have a 401k for our work, and that they contribute money towards that.
Well, we got depending on the
401k.
Yeah. Well, that's a private thing. Yeah, that's like if you work for a company or something like that, and they have a private super. We call it superannuation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the word it's similar to what you guys have got, but in our case, don't forget we're only a small country too. But I mean, we have basically we have at 65, you retire, you get a pension. The government pays you for the rest of your natural life.
It's not a work pension. You're talking about is a government pension, like our Social Security.
Everyone's entitled to it. Yeah, everyone's entitled. Once they reach 65, it comes out of our taxes. Basically, you work till 65 and you retire, and then the government will say, okay, it's depending on the government of the day or how much. I think it's about $300 a week, which isn't really a big amount of money, is it? But that's I like it. That's what you can get. But on top of that, you got your KiwiSaver now, plus any other investments or whatever that you want. So that tops it up, and it's tax. I wouldn't say it's tax free, but it's I can't remember. It's because I'm not reached that stage yet. But if you're smart and you've planned for it, you'll get a reasonable income, a passive income for the rest of your life until you live on it.
When you're 65.
Okay, when you're 65, you don't really fucking feel like you're 25, sure, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. You kind of throw me off when you said pension, because pension for us in the States would be like pension from the government. Like if you're military, you get a pension after you retire, and pension from work if you work certain places more than 20 years or 15 years. Like my wife, she works for the VA hospital, so after 15 years, she can retire and get pension from them.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's basically what we call our super then. Yeah, that's a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think our Social Security is like 12%, but the government pays half of it out of our check. We pay half, they pay half.
Right. And it also depends on the amount we make. So if you make $70,000 a year, if you average $70,000 a year, you get a certain amount. So like I'm at, let's say I'm about $1,800 a month. If I retire today, I would get $1,800. So if I was making, if I was making,
how much you collect?
20,000. If I was making 20,000 a year, I probably would get about $600 a month. Right. Yeah.
Oh no, this is just the basic. I was talking the basic. What the government pays, our government will pay once you reach 65. All the other private investments or super funds or whatever is on top of that. But yeah, it's enough they say it's not enough to live on. But I mean, if you've got the other things like KiwiSaver, all the other things, you can live. Yeah, you can live reasonable. Yeah. I mean, you can still work too, by the way, but you're subject to a tax cap of whatever. You can't earn so much.
So since you're not retired, you
basically working, mate.
Work. Yeah. So you work. Yeah. You spend 6 months in New Zealand, work, and then you save enough to go. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Okay.
I have a bit of a passive. I mean, obviously, I've got some other interests too that I don't really talk about. But I'm not rich by any means. I'm just a battler like everyone else. I don't go out drinking piss and smoking and all that. So I mean, I don't really have much vice. I like gambling. That's about it. If it is, you know what I mean.
You'd be drinking if you didn't have that diabetes. I know you would.
You're probably right, mate. To be honest, you're probably right. I'll be honest with you. I used to like
over at your end.
I used to like bourbon a lot, and I used to like Southern Comfort. There was a drink called Southern Comfort. I don't know if that's still going these days, but yeah, it was quite a.
That's a U.S. brand.
Yeah. I used to drink it with lemon and pyro.
Oh, wow. That's
sweet.
Yeah.
But I like bourbon. I love bourbon. I like Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah, me too. I love it. My wife hates it when I drink it. She says your breath smells like a dragon, but I love this stuff. I love
Well, I
it.
never smoked
It's like that
dragon.
Hennessy smell. But yeah, no, since the diabetes came along, and that's, well, obviously you can't drink the liver.
Oh,
Speaking about which, I've got to fucking go and make sure I've got enough medicine.
out.
I've got to make sure I've got enough medicine. You just reminded me. That's one other thing I've got to do now. Make sure I've got another year's supply in my bag.
Yeah.
Well, medicine, in the Philippines, I know you can get the medicine, but it's a fucking expensive and it's a hassle, and it's generic too. It's not the same as what, like even like Panadol. We call them Panadol. Yeah, you can't get that in the Philippines. Paracetamol without a fucking. We buy it in the fucking supermarket for argument's sake. So
I know you got to go to the damn drugstore to get something equivalent, right?
Yeah, and over there,
how many tablets you want, right? And they give you a Terramorphin or like $20 or something for a stupid
Yeah. Here you get a bottle, and there you're right, a single tablet.
For $3.99, you can buy it at home, right? Like 100 tablets, 200 tablets. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do.
Some of them drugs, they make, I don't know, like crystal meth from or something.
That's a good bit of advice. My advice to any guy going to the Philippines is and it's a cheap exercise. And just take 100 Panadol with you. Trust me, if you get headaches and stuff over there, or you get on the piss or whatever, or just generally take Panadol, you'll feel it's a wise move. That.
Yeah.
Plus you can give them away if you don't want them. They'll take them. Medicine's good. The Filipinos fuck off. But yeah, just basic things like that, See, my problem is
check your passport. Make sure your passports are all up to date. And
we got 6. You can't travel on our passports if there's 6 after if you only got 6 months left or something.
Yeah.
A lot of countries won't let you in unless you got 6 months or more on your passport. Apparently. That's never been an issue with me, but yeah.
Well, that's just good that you guys are all prepared. Get your medicines and some have some cash on you, but don't have a whole bunch of cash. Don't rely. Don't take a whole bunch. They do got.
But you see, because I've been going there a wee while now, and like you other guys, you've all been over there a few times. You should open a bank account and just have money in there. That's what we do. We take advantage of the fluctuation. We might send a couple of $100. We send I can't remember how much exactly, but we send so much over a month, and so by the time we get there, there's a reasonable amount in a savings account, so we don't really need much. Plus, with the internet nowadays, you can transfer via banks, and it's quite nifty. And you got good old Western Union too, if you're desperate. I find Western Union. Yeah, it's easy to use. I got an app on my phone. I just if I need to send. My advice is don't send money to yourself because you'll have a problem. That's the only advice I can give you about Western Union. Don't send money to yourself from your country to there. Send it to your partner to pick up.
Okay.
Or the reason I had a problem, I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't illegal, but it was it made a lot of pay. Like it made something simple turn into a bit of a marathon, and I had to go to a bigger branch and on and on and on. It was but apparently something not right about sending money to you. Because I thought it was a clever idea. I thought, oh, this is good. I can send some to myself and just pick it up. But when you fill out the sender and receiver form, that's when you come into. Then you have a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember now. I just thought about it just as we were talking then. I thought there was an issue with that. So my advice is if you're going to send money to yourself, send it to someone you know, a close family member or someone that you know, obviously, they can pick it up for you.
Well, just send it to me then.
Send it to you. Yeah. But I use a bank. I just use BDO. It works for me. I've got a ATM card, and we've even got a credit card. For fuck's sake, it's not got much on it though. I think the credit card's what is it? About 60,000 or might be 60,000 pesos. It's like $2,000 or something. $2,000 limit on the card. It's not bad for a non-citizen. So I use it to do the shopping.
Yeah.
So when are you going, Roberto? You must be pretty close too. Is he still online? Is Roberto there or gone?
I think he is.
Yeah, the end of November.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be there roughly the same time then. Might be there a little bit earlier. Well, we'll have to go and have a beer. In my case, it'll be a mango shake.
Yeah, with rum inside of it. That always tastes yummy.
I wish it could be, Kev, but no, I'm afraid I can't. I might share a social beer, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not really. Yeah. I'm not like old bloody Mr. Not like Mr. Sentai 7. Fuck, he worries me. He should be the spokesman for.
He's got strong liver, so.
Yeah. He should be the spokesman for Red Horse.
Well, I think he's trying to talk to San Miguel company to get some kind of sponsorship.
It wouldn't be a silly idea. Yeah.
Well, you never know. It might even be helpful.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be a good little. If you could get a beer sponsor, especially a Filipino beer company sponsoring you. Yeah. Why not?
So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Clever idea.
It was my idea, so I hope I can get something out of it. Because it took a lot of brain power to.
Hey Kev, how's that Patreon working? Because it's got me fucked. Because with all the, even though how many people you got? 6 people putting in each month.
Yeah.
I think that total should be increasing.
Yeah, because I never touched it, and I think it's supposed to be that the people put money into it. I don't know if it comes out of your bank account or your card, but
trust me, the money's coming out of mine every. They send me a reminder, and they send a thank you once they've received it. But I just look on the Patreon page, and I think, shit, it's still, and it's only increased like $3 or $4. How much do they take out of it?
Well, they don't take out that much. I mean, I should be able to see a difference, but it's, I need to go look into that, see why it's just got climbing. Yeah,
you should find out, because it should be climbing up quite nicely. Because even at my, I'm the lowest one that's put in, I think, and at $3, I've been doing it since what, July?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much is that so far? $20, something like that? No, $30 maybe.
I should see a difference.
Yeah, that's why I can't understand why it should be. I think there's only like I think there's only $60 or $70 in it so far, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong.
Well, there's $60 in it, but like I said,
it should be more than that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to work out, because let's see, July. What is it? July, August, September, October. So what's that? 4 3s or what? Oh, is that all I put in? $12. Wow.
Big spender.
Yeah, bugging. It's pretty depressing, isn't it? No, you're not getting any more though.
Mikey 550 in the house. How you doing, Mikey? How is Baculloh doing and your missus? And I hope don't be careful. Take some heart medicine too.
Is he still? Is he there yet? Are you there, Mikey? Are you in?
Yeah, I believe he's in Baculloh now.
Oh, is he? Okay, cool.
He's been there for, I think, maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. But yeah, everybody's gonna go over there for the holidays, maybe. Pretty soon, Richard will be going over there.
When are you planning to go there, Richard? Richard, when are you planning?
But he might have went downstairs, eat something.
Well, it's that time of year, isn't it? Where it's Christmas. It's a good time to go, actually. It's cooler. The weather's not as hot.
Well, the airfare is pretty cheap right now.
Yeah, up till usually in our case, it's up to November, end of November. It's cheap. Then obviously Christmas, and then you got all the overseas workers coming back. That's when the price goes up.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, because everyone's going back, from Hong Kong and New Zealand, Australia. They all go. All the workers are going back home to their families Christmas time. So the airlines are smart. They know that. So they you won't be getting a cheap flight after November. I bet you.
Yeah.
And then once you get to the Philippines, if you haven't pre-planned your trip very well, and your airfares there go up to realistic values too. Like if you want to go from Manila to Davao or something like that, it starts getting up.
Huh.
Especially over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a tight ass.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Victor, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you? Sorry,
Not
I'm
bad.
doing some work a little bit.
What's
I'm
going on
just
with you today?
finishing up on work, but listening in to you guys.
Okay.
Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Or what?
Yeah, we hear you.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, I'm listening in.
Do I make any sense?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Shut
up, I'm asking Victor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do, Mike. You know what? You know what's funny? Like a lot of people complain about how they can't understand your accent, but I'm perfectly fine with it. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you listen. You must be a good listener.
What's that?
I tend to find that I tend to find people have selective hearing, and you must be a good listener. You actually listen to the. You actually listen.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up on the.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I have the same problem when I'm in the Philippines too. I talk slang. That's what I've been told. You know, I'll sit there and I'll be talking to some Filipino person about something simple like, and they'll be going, yes, sir, yeah. And then they'll come back with the wrong item or something like they'll do something completely different. And I felt like I've talked for like 2 hours trying to explain a simple. It happens all the time. I'm used to
it.
We tend to speak quite quick.
I don't understand you, Mike.
Who cares? Who's saying that? Let me guess. Jimmy. Let me guess.
Well, because he probably hasn't. He hasn't heard from me for a while, so.
You miss me, Jimmy.
I think he was concerned.
Your fucking ears. Open your fucking ears, mate.
You know.
Whoops. There goes Kevin. There goes Kevin's manual fee for the day.
Yeah. No, I just came on for tonight. I'm just going to be on for a little while. And and I just came on to see what's going on with you guys. Had an interesting morning and just out kicking back right now. I'm gonna take a shower, shave. We blew a belt on the mower today, so we had to go get another belt. Put it on in the morning time.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Did my picture change on my it's like a selfie right now, like a back selfie.
Well, the only picture I see is the flag. Oh, hang on. Am I?
Yeah, I am. See a flag on you, buddy.
Hmm? You only see a flag?
Yeah.
Because I get confused with, you know, that guy John Doe. People think that people think I'm John Doe, or you know, or him or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's a bad thing.
Flag.
Yeah, he's got half American flag, half Filipino flag. Yeah.
Yeah, but even though we're completely different, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. You should change it. You don't want to be associated with that guy.
But if you check on Google Hangouts instead of the YouTube part or the YouTube screen, it may change it on there. Did it change?
Let's have a look. I'll go and have a look on YouTube. No, it's still the same.
Yeah, if you change it on Google, it takes sometimes a few minutes to change, you know.
Let me exit.
Okay. Where did you go, Richard? I know you took off.
Yeah, I went downstairs for a minute, talked to my wife. Yeah, she's just relaxing. Yeah. I had
so
more.
when are you going again, Richard?
Huh?
When are you going?
Not soon enough. I don't know. My friends of my wife, she's a lawyer and he's an engineer in Cebu. They're selling a piece of property in Mactan. It's in a gated community. My wife has, asked me about if we should buy it and stuff. And I looked at it online. They had a video of it, but it doesn't have a swimming pool. And, but even though it's close to the ocean there, but, you might want to take a swim every now and then,
Take a bath.
Yeah. Swimming pools are nice. Good for your health and everything,
Yeah.
But I like a couple properties there. So did I hear you say, Kevin, you're going off?
Yeah, I'm going to go off pretty soon. I never took my medicine at 6. I had dinner, and then I just came down here. I was going to get off early today.
Most of those brain medications I know because I took them in the past. You keep a blood level of them, for over a month. You don't, even though you
didn't share too, so I'm still trying to.
Yeah, no, I'm not good. It's like a community, Ray. It's not like it's I don't know, a condominium community, like not a high rise, but probably maybe 2 or 3 levels. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's near the airport in Mactan, so you couldn't have a high rise there.
Swimming pools are kind of expensive too, because you always got to do upkeep.
Yeah.
Problem with those, it's the overheads. You got to work out how much. The corporate fees or whatever you want to call it.
Well, the one my wife's best friend owns, and they're selling it so friggin' cheap, it's unbelievable. But
have they got security?
It's gated community with 24-hour security.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's good. Are they armed?
Okay, I see your
yes
picture now.
Good.
Okay, so
worth looking at.
My picture's
Are we
there.
looking? No, I still see the
we see
flag.
some guy with some young guy with some tattoos.
Yeah, no, that's me.
Big mustache.
No, that's me.
Where's that?
Are you Filipino, Victor?
Yeah, my mom's from Dumaguete, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why I speak Visaya.
Oh
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I must be delayed then because I keep seeing your flag.
Yeah,
I see
no, you know what I was I got an email from one of these. I was on Jay, the Black American Expats show.
Yeah.
And John Doe was on there, and I guess he was saying some controversial things about, you know, like black expats or whatever. And I got the wrong end of that stick. They thought it was me that was saying that because of the flag, and I got berated by it on my comment section. So I was like, no, that wasn't me. So I had to change it.
Yeah, John is one of a kind, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
All of you guys are very different individuals.
No, but that's the good thing about it. He's really pragmatic about things, and his cynical views of you know, the Philippines. You know, it helps him out. It works for him.
Yeah, whatever works for him, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not that way, but
yeah. I like John too, but
yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. I'll talk to you guys on Friday.
okay.
Have a good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. And I'll talk to you guys later on.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye, buddy.
All right, guys.